So why you want to get into music licensing? Why you want to license your music? And if you are already in this industry, what keeps you motivated? What keeps you fired up to keep going, to not give up? Because it is a long run. It is a marathon, like we say. And it takes a lot of persistence, and it takes a lot of patience, and a willingness to never give up. Okay, so my question to you is, what keeps you motivated? What keeps you going? I can share my story, and if you don't know where I come from, well, I got into music licensing because of necessity. I needed to pay the bills. I was unemployed, a stay-at-home dad in a foreign country, and really looking for ways to earn some money online. And I was always been a musician. I've always been around music recording. I had my computers, my gear. I had everything, like probably like the way you have it. And I was just in a time in my life where I was a father for the very first time, and here I am in a strange country, or in a foreign country, and my wife is the main breadwinner, and I had to stay behind taking care of my first daughter. And I really felt really lost in terms of, as well as not only as a husband, as a father, but as well as a musician. I felt like a wasted potential, because I had a potential, or I have a potential still, to create music and to put it to good use, and to put my skills and my talents to good use into the world. And I just felt like it was the worst thing that could ever happen to me, to not be able to really earn any money. For the very first time in my life, I was really unable to earn any money. But at the same time, it was a blessing in disguise, because it pushed me to really focus, to really find a way out. And for me, it was going back to what I'm good at, going back to the skills and the abilities that I have. And I couldn't really deny the fact that I'm a musician, and I have to embrace that and to really take ownership of that and see what can I do. I did many things on the side. I did guitar lessons. I have always been doing teaching guitar, but it's not something that was sustainable for me, and I didn't like the whole idea of one-on-one. I wanted the online world. I wanted to get myself into the online world of earning money. With my music, I tried different things before that they were not around music, and I realized very quickly that it was really hard. We bought an online course back in the day. I think it was 2011, and it was about affiliate marketing. But this has nothing to do with music. But I knew that it was on the online world that where I wanted to be. I just couldn't see clearly that I just had to be myself, and that's why I encourage others to do the same thing, to really look within. And mainly this is the main purpose of this channel, I guess, as well, is to empower others to see that the solution is right in front of you. You probably can't see it, but it's right there. Hopefully by watching these videos you can get inspired and see that it's much closer to what you think. When I started doing this online course about affiliate marketing, we're going about random stuff online. I'm like, I don't have the patience for this, man. I don't have the patience to build something online that is not my passion. That's really important, that you find your passion, because the road, it can get very hard, and it will. But if you're doing something that is not, that you have no emotional connection with, it's going to be really, really tough. For me, I really suffer those years trying to look for things to do online. And the reality is that the music was right there, always in front of me. So I said enough is enough. I had like a kind of like a midlife crisis, I guess, if you will. And I started looking online for music licensing. For some reason, I don't remember at what point I said, it just clicked. How can I put music out there into the world, and how can I earn money on a regular basis and still have ownership of my time, still have ownership of what I do, and grow as a composer and as a musician and as a human being. And my lessons, the lessons that I learned when I started doing music licensing, is that the answer is right there. Okay, the opportunity is right there if you have your eyes open. Okay, the problem becomes when you start to look around for things that you might think that they're more secure. For me, it was like, okay, there's no way I could make money with my music. That was my first thing. So that's why I had to look for other ways to start working online. and and hence I bought buying courses about affiliate marketing, trying to sell products online that has nothing to do with who I am. And the best part of this is that not only we spend money on a course, but at the same time realizing how difficult it is to do this thing online. But you know, it's like getting somebody into music licensing, but they have no idea what music is. So if you're not a composer, you don't know anything about music composition, you don't play an instrument, or you have no idea how to create a song, you have no idea about arrangement, mixing, mastering. Forget about the whole file preparation, and you bring them into the world of music licensing and put them like, hey, this is what you need to do. If you don't know all of these things, it could become very, very hard. And if you're not a musician and that's not in your nature and you don't know how to do music, and you're not really willing to learn because it's not your thing, because not everybody loves to make music, not everybody loves to compose, let alone to sell it online. So if you're not from that world, it's gonna become really hard. I mean, it's hard enough already if you have the skills and the talents and the abilities. Imagine if you don't have them. So for me to find music licensing at a right time in my life, it really gave me the sense of like, I need to do something with my music. I love to record music. I love to compose. I love to have control over the whole process. I'm not working with a co-writer. I'm not working with a producer. It's just me. And this I love very much. I really like it. And I love about royalty-free libraries is that it's a take it or leave it kind of thing. So I make the music, I upload it, and then the client or the customer will buy it or not. There's no back and forth like change the intro or this or that. It's just, and that I love, okay? But my motivations back then was obviously the necessity and money, and I didn't see the money for a long time, for a very long time. I suffer a lot. I got a lot of rejections, a lot of soul searching, to the point that I thought to myself, well, maybe I'm not cut up for this. That's why it's so important to have a passion for whatever you do in life. And as soon as I started getting money, I always kept myself in check. And in terms of motivation, why am I doing this? And I'm doing this for myself. And I said, okay, I need to do something on my own. It's really important. And the most important thing that it needs to be online. So these things really meant a lot to me. And they still do to this day. But before that, we always have like pain points. We have stuff that we have gone through in life. And I remember once somebody asking to my wife, what is Daniel doing with his music? This is before music licensing. You know, the people will come to the house, or, you know, friends or whatever. And I can't remember who's the person who said that. But when they saw my gear and all of this, it's like, okay, let's listen to Daniel's music. What is he doing? You know, like maybe he's working on a project, or what is he about with the whole music thing? And my wife said that, well, he's not doing anything really. He just does some demos here and there. My wife, I guess she tried to excuse me in a way of like, okay, he's a musician and he has all this gear in the middle of the living room, because I have always had my studio in the living room. And only in 2 occasions I had like a separate room, but it has always been very obvious that this is what I do, because it's in the middle of the living room, all right? So it was just one of those things that it's like, okay, he's not doing anything. There's nothing to show for. There's no like an album on Spotify or something, or he's working on this project, or he has a band or something, nothing. And that really broke my heart, and I said like, this is unreal, man. I'm a grown-up man. I have all of these things, I have a family. And I'm a musician. I call myself a musician, a guitarist. I have this gear and all the knowledge and all of this, and yet I have nothing to show for. It really broke my heart. I felt for the very first time in my life like a lot of pity for myself. Nowadays it's different. You see, nowadays, and that's why I'm documenting this as well. And that's why I do everything that I do. I not only do it for myself and not only to earn money and to put food on the table, but at the same time, because I don't want to be the wasted potential. I want to be somebody, and I want to do. And when I say I want to be somebody, I'm not meaning that I want to be somebody famous. It has nothing to do with fame or recognition. It has to be with somebody that I wasn't before. Somebody that has some kind of like awakening, and say, I'm not gonna have. It's like I have this talent or these superpowers that they're just wasted. The wasted potential really means a lot to me. So I wanted to put my music and my skills and my talents and my abilities as I get better and as I'm growing, to good use. And not only I'm putting them to good use by selling my music and by licensing my music, but at the same time, I want to go beyond that. And that's where this YouTube channel comes into play. And everything else that comes after that, because that's the next level, and that's another motivation as well. Because I know that I'm not the only one. I'm not special. I know there's a lot of us out there that suffer from this. I don't know if you want to call it some kind of condition, some kind of inability to see that is easier. And when I say easier, is that the music, the opportunities are there. The music is within you already. You just need to know how to put that out. You just need to have a step-by-step blueprint, if you will, that you can follow. So it's one of those things that there's a lot of people, very talented people, not only in music, but in all areas of life, in all industries, that are really, really talented, and they just don't own their craft. They don't take responsibility. And they just go through life thinking like, oh, if only I had gone to this college, or if only I had this opportunity of going to move over there in that place, and maybe I can join this special group of whatever. If only I had the credentials, if only I had that diploma or that certificate, if only my conditions were better. The conditions will never be better. Actually, they will get worse the longer you wait. So I think that for me, the motivation to not only start, apart from necessity and money, and try to put food on the table, deep within, it was a fight for saying, I know that I have the talent to do this. I have the skills. I know I have to work on certain things, and I'm still working on them. But I know I can break through. I know I can do this for myself. There's nothing worse than feeling sorry for yourself because you feel that you don't have the opportunity. The opportunities has always been there. I just couldn't see them. And I let my beard grow back then as a statement of the new Daniel, if you will. And it was just a life transformation, image, everything. I quit some very bad vices. I quit a lot of people, negativity. I got heavily and very deeply into self-development, reading a lot about books, about business, about how to earn money. And this is what I found, that the more I researched about business and how to earn money and how to work for yourself, how to build a business, it all went psychologically. Everything went down to the psychological state of the person. And I think this translates in these videos here on my YouTube channel. And I found a way to really grow as a person, do things in a different way. I stopped talking to old friends, family members, a lot of friction with some family members. I got in touch with my father, rest in peace. I managed to reconnect with him after more than 15 years. And he managed to come to Greece, so we saw each other for one more time. It was a special occasion. And unfortunately, he died really quick after that. But I managed to make peace with a lot of blaming and a lot of years of separation. And this all had to do with me as well becoming somebody else, and take ownership of my life, take ownership of my music. So what I want to say is that these kind of things are usually deeper. We have deeper things going on that doesn't allow us to pursue our dreams, that doesn't allow us to go in the right direction. The ability to write music now has become this other thing to a different level. I have fallen in love again with my instrument in a deeper level with my guitar. And studying music again. This YouTube channel is a big thing for me, as well as a way of documenting not only my journey, but as well as very therapeutical for me, because even though I'm doing these videos for you, really I'm talking to myself here. So it might seem a little bit crazy from the outside. If you were here in the room, there's nobody around, I'm just talking to a camera. But it's very therapeutical, and anybody that does YouTube like this or does a vlog format will tell you that. And I encourage anybody to do that. Some people like to write in a journal. I like to talk to a camera. So I just want to keep going, and my motivations and the reasons why I do music licensing has gone just beyond. just licensing the music. It's much deeper than that. And this channel, it has a deeper meaning as well than just, hey, this is how you compose the music. It's beyond that, and hopefully you can see that. Hopefully this can inspire somebody, because like I said to you, I'm not special. I know that we all want the same things. We all have the same needs. We want a roof over our heads. We want to put food on the table. We want to spend some quality time with our family. We want to be happy. So that I understand, and I know that that's what most of us want and need, for sure. So, but you have to fight for it. Nobody's going to give it to you, and then that's why you have to have a strong why, and how can you stay motivated to go after that. So anyways, this is a very long video, and again, another philosophical one about life and music licensing, I guess. But I can't help myself, you see. So I hope this video finds you well. Leave in the comment section what you think. If you're somebody that is new to music licensing, download my free guide, link in the description. Thanks a lot for all the love and support, and as always, rock and roll, and here's to your success.